So today, can we talk about how people can learn to speak English in Japan? I'm going to talk a little longer from now. Is it okay?
Yep, no worries, I'll listen.
Yeah. In my opinion, I think online English lessons are the best way to improve your speaking skills. I've been using Cambly for almost 2 years, so I can personally recommend this service. But some people are like, there are many online English lesson services out there, but which one should I choose? What is Cambly like? I heard that all the teachers are native English speakers, but I don't know much about it. There are a lot of people who are interested in this service, but some of them are not sure if they will use it or not. So I try to talk about why English learners should use Cambly to improve their speaking skills. Actually, I have prepared several reasons why English learners should use Cambly. So let me talk about one of the reasons first. We can take lessons from native English speakers on this platform. So the good thing about native speakers is that they can check pronunciation and learners can learn natural English expressions, slangs, and accents. Teachers correct the sentences to be more natural and suggest some sentences that they would use in their own way. For example, the other day I asked the other teacher, John, whether he uses the sentences pardon and I beg your pardon. And he was like, we often say excuse me or I'm sorry, or could you say that again? He taught me natural sentences from a native English speaker's point of view, which was helpful. I always want to know which sentences sound natural. That's one of the reasons I use this platform. Yeah. So sorry I talked your ear off, but are there any reasons why people should use this service?
I will go off of the accents thing, like what you said, because on Cambly, there are tutors like from USA, from England, Canada, Australia. We all have different accents, different words. So definitely like being able to pick up slang accents from tutors from across the platforms in different countries, super useful, especially if you're not sure where you want to travel. It's good to know some accents because even like if you come to Canada, you're gonna come across people with accents from like USA, from Australia. I think another really important one is like you said with the pronunciation fixing. That's like the easiest thing for tutors to fix. And we have like a chat bar on the side of our screens where we let our students talk. And then if our students say something wrong, usually I will type the word in the chat box and then you can actually see it and then we can correct you. So I like using the chat box for like pronunciation corrections. Yeah. Do you have any other ones that you came up with?
Yeah, there are many reasons, but like you said, teachers can correct like pronunciation and I think that's so helpful. And I think some people are interested in like visiting some countries such as Canada, the US, and Australia. Some people are interested in like studying abroad and traveling. So in that case, they can learn a lot of information from the teachers. So I think that's so helpful. This platform has many teachers from all over the world. So I'm kind of redundant, but I think this service is helpful. Okay, so let's move on to the next reason. Second, students can take lessons 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, which is convenient. Not long ago, I sometimes took lessons late at night because I'm a night owl. It was very convenient for me because if I was in the mood for a lesson, I could take lessons right away, anytime, anywhere. These days, I only take booked lessons because I want to take lessons from my favorite tutors. But students, Cheyenne and John, but students can choose either now lesson or booked lesson for free. So I think this platform is convenient for students. Also, sometimes some teachers open their time slots to certain students if they get along. In our case, we decide when we have our lessons every other week. I think that is convenient as well.
That's
That's
good.
all.
That's
Yeah.
good. I'm like, okay, cool. No, that's good. I think with Cambly, like you said, like you can take lessons like 24 hours. Like there's always going to be a tutor available because we have, like, priority hours. So you can be like 5 in the morning, 2 in the morning. There's gonna be somebody there to teach you always. And even if you get a teacher that you don't vibe with super well, you just end the call and then you just call another one. It's really easy to find someone. Super easy.
You can find many tutors here.
Sure. There's so many. And like I said, like 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's a really nice thing about Cambly.
Did you know that this platform has over 10,000 English teachers?
That's wild. I mean, I'm not actually surprised because Cambly is always hiring, which is very different from other companies. But yeah, that doesn't surprise me, but it's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's quite a lot. And I chose Cheyenne and Joe among them.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, I'm so glad I came across you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's so many people out there.
Actually, the first time I took your lesson was, at, I don't remember, but it was in the middle of the night. So like I said, I'm a night person. So yeah, I was awake for some reason at night. And then you popped up all of a sudden, and I just took now lesson at the time. And then, I happened to take your class. And then I thought that the class was fun, and I decided to continue to take your lessons.
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, priority hours. That's what we call it on the tutor end. It's called like priority hour. And yeah, you just like call now, you get a random tutor, and it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad. Because at the time, you conducted now lessons, but you don't anymore, right?
Not so much because I just have you and Anna, and I like you guys, so that's like enough for me. Sometimes I'll open my schedule, but actually sometimes I open my schedule for kids just to change it up a little bit, but not very often. I haven't done that in like 5 months though. But over the summer, I might do a little bit more because I don't have teaching actually in schools anymore.
Oh, that makes sense.
So maybe a little bit because this money pays for my language studies actually. So
that's good for you.
Yeah.
I think this platform is very good for teachers as well, because I think the same thing is true for teachers as well. What I mean by that is that, teachers can work anytime and anywhere. So that's super convenient. You didn't conduct lessons in South America, but you tried to at the time. If you were up for the lessons, you could, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is very convenient for teachers as well.
For sure. I definitely tried. The Wi-Fi in South America was not great in some places.
It can be helped.
Yeah, but at least we got to chat afterwards. That was fun.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, thank you. Let's move on to the third one. Students can review all the lessons because all the lessons are automatically recorded. This is also helpful. I check every single word the teacher says because I subtitle all my videos. This has helped me expand my vocabulary and improve my pronunciation. Cambly has recently added a new feature where students can see captions after each lesson. I think this is so helpful because students can find out what the teacher said in class.
That's true. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called the AI feature, the chat box feature. AI. Yeah. I personally like it as a teacher because then when I go to the same lesson, like with you or Anna, I can see like what we talked about prior, which is really nice. It doesn't give me like a full word by word breakdown for the AI, but it does tell me what we generally talked about, which is nice because then I'm not accidentally asking or saying the same things every lesson. So I actually do like that feature. On the teaching end, we actually, for teachers, we can't review videos. Only students can review videos. I wish we could review videos though.
I didn't know that.
Isn't that interesting? Yeah, I actually didn't either because I always knew students could. And then I wanted to go back and view one of my sessions with one of my students from Turkey from last year. And I couldn't. Yeah, teachers don't get access to the videos. Only the students do. It's very interesting. I don't know why, but yeah. But
I don't know why either.
Right? I don't get it because like it would help us like improve our teaching methods, I think. And also just in general remind us what our students need to work on. But yeah, those are very good features though. I do like that you guys can like replay it for sure.
I think you're a good teacher because you try to watch the lesson video.
I try.
Yeah, to improve your lesson. So you're a nice teacher.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Let's see. Okay, we can read English subtitles during the lesson. Did you know that?
I did not know that. You can read subtitles during the lesson?
Yeah, I don't use this feature, but yeah, this is another feature Cambly added the other day. And yeah, I don't use this feature personally.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it to people because we can't read subtitles in real conversations. If we rely too much on subtitles in every lesson, we can't improve listening skills. So that's the reason I don't use this feature. But I think it's better than nothing because it's challenging for beginners to have a conversation with a native English speaker. It will be useful if they can't understand what the teacher is saying in class.
That's very cool. I actually didn't know that they added that feature. That's very helpful. I also noticed on, this isn't on Cambly, but like on like Google Classroom or just, Google Classroom, there's also a subtitles feature. But yeah, I think the subtitles are really good for beginners who, especially when you're trying to explain things. Subtitles is better than using the translation tool, I think, because at least you're still seeing it in English, whereas a translation tool, it automatically goes to your language. So I think using subtitles before the translation tool is more helpful than just using the translation tool, I think. That's very cool.
I think this feature is helpful, but in my opinion, I think it's not a good idea to read subtitles all the time because in that case, people just read the sentences and I think they might be able to understand what the teacher is saying, but they are just reading and they don't use their ears. They are not focusing on like listening to what the teacher is saying. So I think that is not good, even though they might be able to understand what the teacher is saying at that moment.
Double-edged sword.
What did you say? I think you said double-edged sword. Am I correct?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Sometimes I have a hard time catching what you say because sometimes you use words which I don't know.
You've used that one. You've used that saying before. It's a metaphor. You've definitely used that one before. Double-edged sword. It's like, it's good on one end, bad on the other.
Yeah, I remember that you used the word. So I think right now, I could understand what you said. Like I said earlier, I subtitle all my videos and you used the word one time, so I could understand what you said. But if this was the first time, I think I couldn't understand what you said.
That's fair.
Okay, then let's move on to, maybe this is the last reason I prepared. So, okay, fifth, students can customize their lesson plans on Cambly. This is helpful because we can take as many lessons as we want, and if we want to save money, we can reduce the number of lessons. In my case, I chose 30 minutes a week for 12 months. Students can choose how many minutes they take and how long they use the service. So I think this is convenient.
I'm trying to think. So do you have to pay month by month or do you pay like for the year subscription upfront?
The latter, the second one.
The year subscription upfront. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't remember how much money I paid, but maybe, I think I paid about $300 or more, but I don't remember.
For a year? That's not bad. That's actually not that bad for a year.
Yeah, I don't remember. I got a discount because I bought 12-month subscription, so I got a huge discount.
Yeah, usually it's like if you buy the year, you get a big discount. If you pay like month by month, I actually don't know if Cambly does any month by month, but I know some websites do where you pay like 1 month at a time. It's more expensive than if you just pay for the year up front. That's interesting. Yeah, and there's like a lot of different subscription plans.
Speaking of Cambly, this platform has 3 durations to choose from: 1 month, 3 months, 12 months. So it's possible for students to pay monthly.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, that's good. Oh, I think another really good thing about Cambly, I figured out another one. So for students that are unsure or not like quite ready for like just a free conversation lesson, on Cambly, there's also like pre-planned out lessons where you can actually choose what you want to focus on. And there's actually PowerPoint slides. There's slides for grammar, for vocabulary. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones that you can choose from. So if you're not ready to fully have a conversation, there's pre-planned out lessons too.
I know that this platform has some teaching materials. Personally, I don't use them at all though.
It's really good though.
Because, I want to have a free conversation.
Yes.
And I always decide a topic by myself. So I don't need any like textbooks.
Yeah.
Do you think the teaching materials on this platform are useful?
I think it really depends on the person. If they're already intermediate level for speaking, I think free conversation is enough. But if they want to work on their reading, it's very helpful being able to read articles
Mhm.
or if they want to work on grammar, like specific grammar points.
Mhm.
It's a lot easier to teach grammar when I have examples in front of me.
Mhm.
So it depends. If they're focused on one thing specifically, easier to do lessons pre-planned. I prefer doing conversations, but it really depends on like the student though. So yeah, I think conversations is better though in terms of it being more natural. Yeah, it's more natural, less textbooky.
Yeah, right. In my opinion, I think people should use online English lessons to improve their speaking skills instead of learning something new because we can gather information by studying ourselves. So I think people should make use of this time by having a conversation if they want to improve their speaking skills.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Because sometimes in my lessons, I focus a lot on grammar. But you're right, I can study grammar outside of class and
Yeah, I
practice.
think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I think sometimes students do like textbooks and stuff in class because they might not have the motivation to study on their own outside of class. Maybe that's the only thing I can think of is if there's like not enough motivation, it's easier for them to study in class with a teacher. But I do agree. I definitely agree with that for sure. True.
Yeah, like you said, some people don't have motivation for English studies and they have a hard time. So in that case, yeah, textbook might be helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. And doing it with a teacher. That's like another thing with Cambly. Like if you don't have enough motivation to study by yourself, if you book a lesson, like you have to go to it, it kind of just motivates you because you're like, oh, I have to be there.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you need a discipline.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think that's a good thing.
Yes. That was a good topic today. I liked that. I learned
Yeah,
a lot actually.
really.
Yeah, I didn't know some of that stuff about Cambly because our teaching side is different than the student side. We don't get all the
You can ask me anything,
perfect. Good stuff.
anytime.
Anytime. Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
yeah, thank you so much. It was so much fun. We are about running out of time.
Yeah, have a good day. Hopefully you have a good day.
You too. Have a good one. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, catch you later.
Bye.
現在、英語コーチング、英語ティーチングの生徒さんを募集しています。英語力が伸び悩んでいる、TOEIC の点数が頭打ちしている、継続することが難しい、このような方は無料カウンセリングへどうぞ。下の概要欄のリンクから申し込むことができます。ぜひ無料カウンセリングでお会いしましょう。